Greetings, everybody. It's Saturday. Don't remember the date. I had to go to work this morning, but I asked if I could leave early just because I didn't want to be there when it's busy. Weekends are pretty busy. I'm pretty lazy, so I was able to get out early. Wanted to do a review of a movie I got from the library. Wildling. This is from 2018. Um, Written and directed by Fritz Baum. Starring, let's see. It's got, Liv Tyler, Brad Dourif, and the Wildling is actress. Oh my god. I want to say her name. Belle Powley. So, starts out, Brad Dourif is this girl's daddy. What's her name? Anna, yeah. And he raises her since she was a child, but he keeps her in his basement or attic, telling her stories about the wildling and how it kills children, and he's trying to keep her safe from it. And then he starts giving her these injections in her belly. It seemed like he loved her and cared for her, but then I was like, it just seems like he's killing her. Then he shoots himself in the head, and they find her. The authorities find her. They take her to the hospital, and now she's a teenager. It's the Belle, or what's her name? The Belle Powley actress. And so it's just her. It's actually her. Oh man, when I got this from the library, I was like, oh, that sounds cool. But then I was watching other movies, and I was like, this looks really boring. And I just kept picking other movies that I got from the library before it. And I was like, well, let me watch it. Let me watch 30 minutes of it and see how it is. I mean, I'll finish it, but it's just cool. The idea of it cooled for me. Blech. Let me read the back then. A teenage girl's coming of age arrives with a terrifying twist in this spellbinding take on the werewolf legend. Since birth, Anna, Belle Powley, has been raised in isolation by a man she knows only as Daddy, Brad Dourif, Child's Play. He has done everything possible to conceal the truth about her origins from her, but when the teenager Anna is suddenly thrust into the real world under the protection of no-nonsense police officer Ellen, Liv Tyler, it soon becomes clear that she is far from ordinary. Unable to adjust to a normal life, Anna finds herself drawn instead to the wild freedom of the forest while struggling to resist the growing bloodlust that has been awakened inside of her. This moodily atmospheric thriller combines supernatural scares with a myth-like tale of self-discovery. So after I read that, I was like, oh, that just translates to boring and nothing happens. And it is a very slow movie, but I liked it. I liked it because I didn't realize that I really like the fish out of water story, or someone's been hidden from the world, and they learn what it is. Like Bad Boy Bubby, Sunny Boy came to mind immediately. Fried Barry, movies like that. And I guess I realized I really like. It's a it's a cliche story where someone is experiencing the world for the first time, but I really liked it in this case. And she's a werewolf, and she slowly I guess he was injecting her to keep her from turning into a wolf, or giving into her bestial nature. But Anna is slowly transforming, and it pretty much takes the whole movie. And like I said, it is slow, but I was into it. Like, she can hear, when people are talking about her. There's a part, and she's never seen anything, so she sees a deer, she starts chasing it, and she's hauling ass. She's keeping up with the deer, and then out of nowhere, this man in like a wild man of the woods comes out and like stops her because I guess he had set a trap, like a sling trap, it's like a stick with a bunch of spikes in it, and it was gonna kill her. And they never explain who this guy is, but I guess he knows what she is, and he like tries to help her. And so, but yeah, I was like, they don't explain him, which I thought was cool. But yeah, she's living with Liv Tyler. She's going to school. Liv Tyler has a little brother who's like teaching her, and I think she finds out about babies, and I think she asks. I was really tired. Actually, I was dozing off, but that's because I worked, and then I took my dog for a walk, but I was into it. I was just, man, I'm so like, I think she asked him, where do babies come from? And he's all, let me show you. And he just shows her porn. They don't show, what he's showing her, but you hear it. And that was really funny. She's trying to, just learn about the world. But yeah, she's, like I said, she can hear. I guess she could probably see better. And she's stronger, too. She walks around barefoot. She wears clothes, but she doesn't wear shoes. And one of the reviews I read, and I totally agree, the Belle Powley, she totally carries this movie on her own. And she just looks like she doesn't know what anything is. And the way she looks at stuff, like she made me believe it. Like she's never seen outside of a room before. So she really sold that. And she just looks a little weird. She's like ugly cute. And then, but yeah, there's no. In the very beginning, like she sees a wildling when she's a little girl, and it's like eating. I don't know if it's eating somebody or it's an animal, and it looked cool. Kind of looked like the Benicio del Toro Wolfman. Maybe a little. I like that Wolfman movie. It looked a little like that, and it was eating. It was gore, just for a second, and then it runs away, or she runs away. So the whole movie is just her like turning, like her teeth start growing. I think her hands and feet are getting longer. And then humans who had hunted her people to extinction, they come back after her because she escapes to the woods. She kills a couple of people. And then they go after her and they set the forest on fire. Oh yeah, and she got pregnant. So yeah, I really. It's only an hour and a half. I won't spoil it anymore. But at the very end, like she's transforming, and then she gets to one stage. So she looks kind of weird. I was like, she looks like a caveman or cave woman. And I thought it was stuck at that, but the very, very end of the movie, you see her like she's fully transformed, and I thought she looked awesome. She actually looked more like fairy tale-ish werewolf creature than like a horror movie werewolf. In fact, if you ever heard of ElfQuest, and like ElfQuest, elves are like shapeshifters, and one of them changes into a wolf to learn how to survive, and like so the elves mate with the wolves, and they have like these hybrid elf wolves, and she reminded me of that. But you only see her for like 10 seconds maybe, but I was that was enough. And so yeah, it does turn a little actiony at the end, but it is very slow at some points. But I just liked seeing Anna learn about the world and herself, and have friends, and just not understand, how things work. I've seen a lot of movies like that, and I thought I would be tired of that, but Wildling, like, I really liked it. So you might like it if you like that kind of story. If you haven't seen like Bad Boy Bubby and Sunny Boy, which are way better, a lot different. They don't turn into monsters. Sunny Boy, he is super strong though. I don't think I've reviewed Sunny Boy. Maybe I'll review that. So the Wildling, go check your local library. And man, I got some more bad news. Garth's dogs were all deemed dangerous, so they all had to be euthanized. And they had pretty much told me to, it didn't look good for them. But I was just hoping that Frankie and Hercules, because they're just little dogs, Hercules is like 15, 16 years old. He could barely hear. I don't think he could see that good anymore. He would just wander around. He just liked to sit and stare out the window. He would just post himself up on Garth's couch and like move the curtain, and he would just stare out the window, guarding. Like that's all he would do. Frankie, he just Garth's neighbor said it best. I've been telling everybody, like, if you didn't like Frankie, he was gonna make sure that you fell in love with him, and he sure did with me. And I was hoping I could get them, but yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know how they determine if a dog's dangerous. One of my friends said they don't do anything. I don't know, but he saw. Probably no one even looked at them. They just read the file or whatever, the papers on them, and they said, yeah, they're going to be put down. So if they weren't, they said they hadn't. I talked to them like Monday, the people working on the case of Frankie and the other dogs. They said they were going to still determining it, and they would make their decision Friday, which was yesterday. So they said they were to be euthanized. I'm assuming, that means immediately, because they're not going to be put up for adoption. So why would they, let them live any longer? But yeah, I kind of knew that was going to happen, but I was just holding out hope that I could get Frankie and Hercules, and either they could live with me, or maybe I could have found them a home. Yeah, Herc was pretty old, but it's really a sad ending because Garth passed away, and he loved his dog so much, and he would always tell me, please, like, if I died, take care of my dogs. And yeah, I told him I would always take Frankie and Hercules. I couldn't take the pit bulls. It was just too much. 4 dogs is too much for anyone, unless you have like all the resources and land, time, and all that. But anyway, I could have taken care of Frankie and Herc. But I just think about all the time I spent with them, and I was looking. I have a lot of pictures of Frankie. I have some videos, so maybe I'll upload some of those either here. They'll get copyrighted because I have a lot of music with Frankie, but I think some I don't, or I'll post them to Instagram. So if you want to see them, check out my Instagram. Or Garth too. He had a lot of pictures of his dogs. I was just thinking, like, man, these are just, nobody cares about these dogs, but Garth cared, and I cared about Frankie a lot. I spent so much time with him. I would just always pet him, give him Vienna sausages. I still have all these Vienna sausages, cans of Vienna sausages that I was gonna give to them, and I was like, oh, I'll go later. But it's about it. I have more to say about Garth, upcoming videos. But yeah, I just found out yesterday about how they're gonna be euthanized. I just had to know, and I saw it through the end. So I'll see you later.